Hi, I'm Sabrina Gabriele, Board Certified Behavior Analyst, and today I'm bringing you Behavior Minute. Today's topic will be the ABC model of behavior. The ABC model of behavior is the foundational model that we use in applied behavior analysis to help us understand behavior so that we can effectively change behavior. The ABC model of behavior is a sequence of events. What happens before the occurrence of a behavior, during, and immediately following. Now the A is for antecedent, and an antecedent is any environmental event or condition that precedes a behavior. Examples of antecedents are the noise level increasing in a room, the presence of a person who is not usually in the room, transitioning from one activity to another, a demand being placed on someone. These are all antecedents. So the B is for behavior, and a behavior is an action that is observable and measurable. In the context of the ABC model of behavior, the behavior we're referring to is usually a problem behavior. It's a problem behavior that we're targeting to change. We often refer to it as the target behavior. And examples of these behaviors are physical aggression, self-injurious behavior, calling out behavior, behaviors around bedtime, problem behaviors around bedtime. The list goes on. And so the C is for consequence. Now, often when people hear the word consequence, they equate it with punishment. But consequence does not mean punishment. A consequence is anything that immediately follows the occurrence of a behavior. So if a person engages in a behavior and it's followed by something valuable to them, that will reinforce the behavior. Reinforcing a behavior means that the likelihood of the behavior occurring in the future is increased. The person will basically engage in the same behavior that leads to that desirable outcome. In the same way, if a consequence is less desirable or undesirable, then it will decrease the likelihood of that behavior occurring in the future. Now let's take an example, and this is one that many of us with children have experienced. So a parent is in the grocery store with their young child who is sitting in the shopping cart, and they approach the aisle where the candy shelf is, and the child starts to engage in tantrum behavior as soon as they get close to that shelf. Now, it's a really embarrassing situation. All eyes are on you. And you're in survival mode, basically. You just want to do anything to turn off that behavior. So what often ends up happening is that you give in and decide to buy the child the candy, and the tantrum stops. So in this situation, the child has learned that the tantrum leads to getting candy. So next time that they go to the grocery store, she will know that in order to produce the candy, all she needs to do is start engaging in a tantrum. So in applied behavior analysis, we take ABC data. We record antecedents, the behavior in question, and the consequences. We take records of these events, and what it helps us to do, it helps us to see a pattern of behaviors that leads us to identify the reason for the behavior. There's always a reason that a child engages in a behavior. It's very rare that it's just something random. So when we have a good hypothesis about the reason for the behavior, which in applied behavior analysis, we've referred to this as the function of the behavior, then we can develop effective function-based treatment plans. So I will be discussing this more in detail in the next Behavior Minute, where I'll be talking about behavior functions. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you'll tune in next time.